That is a stool. Why are you sitting? She actually had a voice line.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Link Pass.
I'm Releon.
And I'm Chris.
And in this episode of Skyward Sword, well, we're heading to the sealed grounds and we're probably fighting Togai.
Togai.
I'm just gonna have this ready.
For Togai? There's enemies here. Were there always enemies here?
Not this many. And not the blue ones.
Draw us some rupees, Gary.
Alright. I think my heart just stopped. That is it, the discovery of a lifetime. There's no mistaking it. This symbol must be the mark of the goddess walls, left for the hero by the goddess. You know, this is probably going to blow your mind then. It blew his mind so much he didn't even pay attention.
Yeah, sounds about right. So wait.
Yeah?
This is the other time portal, isn't it?
Yeah? Yeah, it is.
You know, he was literally like right there.
Yeah?
You know, I'm tired of not being able to go into certain ground buttholes.
Yo, Releon, I saw the rail track put upside, right? What's it for? You'll see before long.
Put what up?
I'm guessing he did something on the...
Did they say a rail track?
Yeah? You know what? Whatever you did, Groose, I'm sure it'll be fine. Ah, your sword.
Oh, that's right. That's the old one.
Just for that. You're up.
No, you're the old lady.
There can be no doubt. The sacred flames that purified this blade. Well done, Releon. That sword holds tremendous power. That power is a sacred force. It is a divine power left to us by the gods of old. The same power that is spoken of in the Ballad of the Goddess. To look upon you is to see that same great power now flowing through you, and the sword you carry. Come, Releon. You must now open the gate of time. Now that the sacred force dwells within your blade, strike the gate of time with a skyward strike, and it will surely awaken. Climb upon the pedestal, and show the gate your sword's power. Oh! No, I fear the seal has given way again. That terrible beast is awakening even as we speak. It is likely that the monster reacted to the sacred power given off by your sword. I wish it had not happened, but there was no other way to open the gate. So it goes. Releon, you must imprison the beast once again. All right, bring it on. This is what I've been waiting for. Time to break out my new toy. Trust me, that flabby bag of teeth doesn't stand a chance. Well, what are we waiting for? I'm heading out there.
Alright, Groose. Calm down.
Can I just Skyward strike it and go into the past? Or future?
Or 10 seconds from now?
1, 2. Hey, Releon. Try not to drool on your shirt as you stare at this amazing super weapon I've been working on. I call it the Groosinator. Okay. Leaves you speechless, doesn't it? Well, they predict. He actually predicted it.
Yeah.
I was freaking speechless. That's only natural. You wouldn't believe how much time I put into building this beauty. Here, check it out. First, I got all the fences, this clutter in the area out of the way. Then I laid down rails for her to run on. All by myself, of course. I don't know what came over me. I had no clue I had talent to make something like this, you know? Anyhow, you just tell me where you want to place my shots and I'll put a hurting on that ugly monster. I don't care how beefy you are. You're bound to stumble a few moments after taking one of the big bombs to the body. Hang on, though. That monster showed up a smidge sooner than I was expecting. There are a few final adjustments I gotta make before I can move the rails I put down. You call out when she's ready for I'll call it when she's ready for action. Till then, do whatever you can to hold off that beast.
Thanks, Groose.
I was pressing X. Like, I know the team that worked on this is probably the same one who did Twilight Princess. And that's why I'm getting Twilight vibes from this thing. But at the same time, no piece of art is done without a meaning.
It's got fingies. Move.
Look at that. Seems our ugly friend grew himself a pair of hands. Great timing. Hope he knows how to catch, because my machine has one mean right arm. When she's all loaded up, I'll let you know. Until then, do what you need to do to stop it. Ow. Oh, it's trying to climb. Hey, the machine's all ready and loaded, ready to smash. If that flabby sack of teeth tries to climb the wall, I can blast it off with a bomb. When he wants some backup from me, just send the signal with X. Time for Groose to explode into action.
Oh,
If it hits, you'll stun the scaly sucker. If you forget the controls, just press right on the D-pad. Ha! She packs a mean punch, doesn't she? I'll tell you. I was in love the first time I pulled this lever. I'll start loading her back up with another bomb, so keep the mean bag on till I give the signal.
You gotta go the other way.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta jump down and then...
It's gonna get up. That's obnoxious.
Yep, and we're gonna need to do that 2 more times. Ah, didn't do my timing. What the? Okay, what's the fastest?
Right there. Small. Just be careful not to touch that.
Yeah. Nope, now it's doing the belly slide.
Bump?
I know I've got access to one, but I don't know if I can hit it while it's doing that. Oh, shoot. I need to hit it while it's doing that.
You got baited so hard. Rawr.
Fingies and toes.
Bombs away.
Groose isn't ready. I need to just take out one.
You ready yet?
Yep.
Well, that's a heart.
Just gonna let it take. You know what? Okay. Back into the seal with you. Like, the only thing that has this kind of animation were Twilight artifacts. Like Midna's crown.
Yeah.
Strike the sealing spike with a skyward strike and restore the seal. Quickly.
New seal.
Hopefully this one's a bit stronger.
Different too.
Nice work there, Releon. Of course, you couldn't have done it without me, but no need to thank Groose. I know I saved your tail. Let's head back to the Gate of Time thing up and running. I'll go on ahead.
Thanks.
Honestly, let him have the win.
I just want to know how he built this thing in time.
Do you know how long we've been trying to get those 3 flames?
Like maybe 3 days?
I mean, who knows how long we were in that ship? Could be eons. It seems you were successful in imprisoning the monster once again. You have my thanks. As do you, Groose. I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. Duh. Oh, you give me too much credit, Granny. You were the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could to help. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full... I read her lines in Groose's voice.
That's fine. They're the same person now.
I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Releon, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in that great pit. There's much I could tell you, but suffice to say, it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. We must destroy it at its source, or suffer this fate again and again. There is no time to lose. Hit the gate with a Skyward strike. Come on already! Charge that sword of yours with the Sacred Force stuff Granny was talking about and zap the Gate of Time. Right, Granny? Indeed. Now, Releon, go. Go to the gate. That is a save point.
Where
at the
is...
gate.
Where is the stool of healing, Granny?
That is a stool. Why are you sitting? She actually had a voice line.
Don't worry, Granny, we got this. Time to go save Zelda.
Reset the gyro. It wasn't enough. Nope. It was just going into cutscene mode.
Going full Tetris mode. Goddess cubes. Oh god, they're square Pokeballs. I would have hated to have to animate all that.
I mean, at least it's done with blocks, but... This is 100% a Twilight-style gate.
For sure.
Do not fear. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now waits. Go bravely, Releon. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you've fought so hard for lies beyond this gate.
Quickly, Gary. To the one character that I've voiced.
I have been a greedy bass.
That's not that bad of a word.
Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna head back here. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on and on about how we never know when it might bust free again. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And, you know what? Nah, forget about it. I like how they took his... You know that brassy theme he's initially got at the start of the game? When you see Zelda, tell her I said, what's up? Like, right now it's a more orchestral, subdued version.
He's definitely had the most character development, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Like, Link can't get character development out due to his kind of nature. He's always the courageous hero who's willing to
Twilight Gate.
put himself on the front lines. But it's interesting that it's Groose's theme playing right now. Not like a classical Zelda theme. Temple
There she
of
is!
Hylia.
Impa!
At last. Wait, did you voice Impa?
Nope, that was you.
At last! I've been expecting you. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will become known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft.
First time we've heard that name, right? Demise?
Yeah. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you.
So, we're actually in the past.
Yeah. Still can't go through that.
Ground butthole! You've come so far, Releon. I'm glad you made it. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home, to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on this land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king, known as Demise, have not yet happened. Or healed. All of the fairy tales that about the war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you've learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce.
We haven't seen that in Breath of the Wild, have we?
The Triforce?
Yeah.
I don't really remember Breath of the Wild. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky. On a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hyrule succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against the fearsome power. Hyrule had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hyrule devised two separate plans and set them both in motion.
Yeah, that's about my look right now.
Close your mouth. First, she created Fi, however you want to say it. She made the spirit that resides in your sword and serve a single purpose: to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul into the body of a mortal. She made the sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the gods could have one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Releon? Oh. You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda. I am the goddess reborn as immortal. I love this song.
Mm-hmm.
The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hyrule, but she explained it to me. She helped me remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa and an agent of the goddess led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. I must maintain the seal of Hyrule, rather that I created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I'm able. Within the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose. Releon, the goddess created Fee and the great blade she is a part of for a very specific reason. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form, he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Releon. During your long journey, you've grown so much.
Look at his eyes right now as he's just in horror at the weight of the responsibility that is being thrust on the two of them right now.
Yeah. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword, and by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess. You've found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and within you dwells a sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Releon. Draw your sword. Wings, wings, wings! The goddess... Oh.
The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. To be fair, this isn't the first Zelda game where the sword has been dormant with the wings folded in.
Right.
I know for sure that happened in Wind Waker. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only you may wield it.
Releon, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish Demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with unbreakable spirit, can wield this might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it to be so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of this land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Releon. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You've had to overcome many trials, awaken the hero within yourself, so that you can wield that supreme power. And so, Hylia, and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger, without even a moment's doubt. I used you. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Releon. But you have to understand that it's this war, and the fate of this land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. Releon, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memories of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all of this, I was happy, just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. Don't cry. I wanted that feeling to last forever. While it's true that I am Hylia reborn, I am still my father's daughter and your friend. I am still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'm tearing up, god dang it.
I know.
I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all this is over, will you come wake me up? I promise. And with that, I don't have any more characters to read. Yes!
We'll have to give you a few more.
I'm good.
Well, that explains why we can't open that door in the present.
Have we tried to look through it?
I know we probably will the next time we get back, or once we get back in the present.
That was so much baggage unloaded right there.
Yeah. That was literally everything.
We want to just talk to her?
Yeah, we'll talk to her and then call it. I see you've said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. Do not fear for Zelda. I will watch over her here. Go now. and fulfill your destiny.
Go through the gate. Let's do a longer episode. I don't want it to end. Don't worry, there won't be a cutscene on the other side.
If I have to fight Demise again in the same episode?
Hour-long episode, baby.
So you've returned. Then you know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda waits, suspended in a sleep without end. But do not despair. True to legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish Demise. It is thought to have been hidden within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know of where it rests. All other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to the ages. Releon, you've likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go. Whoa there! Whoa, hold up. There's something I gotta tell you. So, Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Actually.
Yeah. That's terrible. It's gotta be so hard for her. But you're gonna do something about this, right? I've made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. Don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? No. I'm doing what I want to do. Now, I don't know how to explain it. I got this feeling in my belly that there's work here to do. Someone's got to watch over that big, ugly monster, and someone's got to make sure Granny's doing all right. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. You know what I mean? Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess. But don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? It's not weird to say. Check it out. Zelda and Granny have brought life back to the land down here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow into one beast of a tree in soil like this. Brighten this place up a little, too. I mean, sure, it'd take a few years for it to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. Weird to say it, but that's just how I feel right now.
I have a feeling we're going to go back in time and plant a tree.
You know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know I'm doing okay. Colleen and Stritch might get a little emotional since they look up to me, but you tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks. Okay. Okay, I was fully expecting Demise to wake up again.
Can you go look through the door before we end this one?
Yeah, I can try. And that, folks, is the image we are going to end it on.
This is moments I kind of wish we had, like, no clip.
Maybe.
Yeah. Bit of a longer episode, but this was like a story-driven episode.
We will see you in the next one. Hopefully it's not as heavy.
Oh. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye!
Listen to our outro. Isn't it cool? If you don't think so, you're a yuckin' fool. We're playing Legend of Zelda. Isn't that neat? Playing them daily until they're fully beat.